question, does crying hurt the deceased? Does crying hurt the deceased? There is a hadith of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام that إن الميت لا يعذب ببكاء أهلي عليه. That the deceased, he is hurt, he's punished by the crying or the weeping of his family. This hadith means, and this is one of the good example to understand how to understand the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and that's also always for the people of knowledge, so that we don't rush into interpreting hadiths the way we like, because we know that the Prophet ﷺ, he cried ﷺ when his son Ibrahim died, and he shed tears ﷺ, and he said, إن القلب لا يحزن وإن العين لا تدمع ولا نقول إلا ما يرضي ربنا وإن لفراقك يا إبراهيم لمحزونون. He said that the heart is grief, in state of grief, the eyes shed tears, and we only say what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with, and we are sad for your departure, O Ibrahim. So, and he said, alayhi salatu wasalam, when people saw him crying, he said, oh, you, O Prophet of Allah, crying, he said, this is rahmah. This is mercy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put in the hearts of the people. So what is meant by the hadith is what the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam forbade, which is wailing, screaming, and saying things that is haram, beating oneself, beating one's cheeks, as it's mentioned in the hadith. And why would then the deceased be punished as a result of that? The ulama, they say, if he advised them to do that, some people, they do this. Some people, they say, when he dies, make a big deal after he dies, so that people see how great he was. This is a person that is to be punished as a result of what his family would do for him. Or he knows that they're going to do this, and he does not forbid them from such a thing. Or the third case here, he forbade them if he knows that they're going to do this, or he doesn't know that if they do this or not, but they did this anyway. The meaning of here, what is meant, that he will be annoyed. Like when you, for example, when you're, as some of the ulama they mentioned, if you're, for example, at your home and you hear someone, making loud noise outside, and it bothers you. You're not being tortured, but it bothers you. So some of the ulama, they said that in this essence, even if a person does not approve of it, but it kind of annoys him that people are doing that for him, even though he's not tortured. So that's why it's forbidden for people to raise their voice and to wail. But the normal crying that a person is overpowered with, there's no sin, there's no harm in this whatsoever. And it's from the bid'ah, as one of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ, Rafi ibn Khadij, when he said, or Jabir ibn Abdullah, he said that كنا نعد الاجتماع للعزاء من النياحة. We used to consider when people gather for condolences that this is part of wailing, that everybody get together and they start making some sad situations or crying or things like this. This is from niyaha, or even sitting just like that. The aza or the condolences should be wifaqan, meaning without preparing for it or setting something for it or renting a hall for it. People see each other in the masjid and they say words of condolences, or they go to the janazah and say condolences, and that's the end of it. And as we said, for 3 nights. But normal crying that a person is overpowered for, there's no harm in this, there's no sin in this whatsoever, and this is a normal thing for human being. Otherwise, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يُكَلِّفُ اللَّهُ نَفْسًا إِلَّا وُسْعَهَا, no burden over someone that doesn't have the ability or the capacity for it.